All right, welcome everybody. So in this lecture, we're going to be talking about gerunds and we're going to be talking about infinitives. But in the first part, we're going to be talking just about gerunds. And gerund really is a verbal that ends in ing that functions as a noun. So for example, I can say the writing is really good. Now writing, right? Let me write this down. Sorry. So I could say the writing is really good. Now you can see here that writing ends with ing. And writing is also, it's a verb. But in this case, we're not using it as a verb, we're using it as a noun. We're referring to something. The writing is really good. Okay? So that's that. So basically, it ends with ing, but it is used as a noun. So basically what you want to see is the term verbal indicates that a gerund is based on a verb and therefore expresses an action or a state of being. However, since the gerund functions as a noun, it occupies some positions in the sentences that a noun would ordinarily occupy. So basically, here in this case, we see that the writing is the subject. Okay, so a gerund can be a subject, it could be a direct object, it could be a subject complement, and it could be the object of a preposition. Let's take a look at each of these things. So let's take a look at gerund as a subject. Remember that the subject is the person doing the action, okay? So traveling might satisfy your desire for a new experience. Traveling is a verb, but in this case, it's not used as a verb in the continuous form like it would be. He was traveling. In this case, it is used as a noun, and it is the subject of the sentence. So traveling might satisfy your desire for a new experience. The study of broad program might satisfy your desire for a new experience. In this case, the gerund has been removed. So we're talking about traveling, right, which a study abroad program can do. You begin to travel with a study abroad program, and you kind of see the differences between these two sentences. Here we have the study abroad program as our subject. Here we have traveling, and although they are not exactly the same thing, we can see how we've moved a gerund and replaced it with an actual noun phrase, and it still kept the same meaning for the entire sentence. Okay, so we can use the gerund as a subject and it will still keep the sentence the same. All right. We can also use it as a direct object. So the person that's having something done to. They do not appreciate my singing. Singing, of course, is a verb, but not in this case. In this case, it is a noun, or it's used as a noun, which is here the direct object. What's not being appreciated is the singing. And you can see that the sentence with or without the gerund this is a different meaning, but you can see that it will still remain as the same structure. They do not appreciate my assistance. Okay, so it will still maintain the same structure as the sentence. These two, this one over here and this one, you can see it's the same exact structure. Okay, here as well, you can see might satisfy your desire for a new experience, might satisfy your desire for a new experience. Nothing changed because there's a gerund. It's just that that gerund is taking the place of a noun. We can use gerund as a subject complement. So my favorite cat is sleeping. Okay. sleeping here is used as a subject complement. All right, my cat's favorite food is salmon. So we see again similar sentence structure. Okay, similar sentence structure here. Nothing changes. We just can use gerunds in the place that we would normally use a subject complement. We can also use gerunds as the object of a preposition. So what's the preposition doing to something? Okay, so for example, the police arrested him for speeding. So the object of the preposition is speeding. The police arrested him for criminal activity. We can see again very similar sentence structure, and we just replace the subject of the preposition with a gerund, and it will still be relatively the same.